How do you say that?
We say we want to be the most sustainable company in the e-bike industry by 2025.
That's a pretty big statement.
Yes, it is.
These days, sustainability isn't just a trendy term, it's something that really matters. And when it comes to leading the way in the urban mobility space, Riese Müller is right at the front of it all. They have a mission of becoming the most sustainable company in the e-bike industry. And trust me, they're doing a lot to make that happen. And there's likely a lot more to it than you would think. We came out to Germany for Eurobike and headed over to the Riese Müller factory, where we had the pleasure of speaking with Sarah, head of sustainability. This makes me think a lot about Riese Müller in general. Riese Müller tends to be a bit of a trendsetter. Maybe from an outsider, it's like, yeah, that's silly. Like, who cares about that stuff? When you peel it back, it's so much deeper. It's not just, yeah, we're using solar panels or whatever. It's actually, we're trying to create a business that's sustainable in not just the way that we use energy, but it's also the way that we interact with the world, our community. And I think that that's something that is often underrepresented in this industry specifically. Everybody's very excited about what we're doing with e-bikes and how using them from transportation is great. So much of our emissions are related to transportation. If the products that we're using to improve these conditions, we're not producing them in a sustainable way, does it really have the same impact?
Many people think, okay, a bike is a sustainable vehicle, mobility transition done. Our aim is not just to produce a bike, our aim is to produce really sustainable vehicle. I think this is part of our culture, of our identity. This is also a topic where we say in our own company we can improve a lot of things, but to go big steps we need joint activities in the whole industry. This is also a reason why our vision to be the most sustainable company in the e-bike industry, for us it is not a competition, it is more a call, which is aimed to all partners in the industry, suppliers, manufacturers, logistic partners, dealers, employees, to say, let's check where everybody can work more sustainably in the daily work, because only together we can achieve a really sustainable industry. We're going step by step, continuously working on the reduction of our corporate carbon footprint. We're looking how can we reduce waste on our site here in Mühltal. We try to achieve more and more transparency in our supply chain. We're trying to integrate principles of circular design into our products.
So not everybody might know circular design. What does that mean exactly?
The circular economy is the opposite from the linear economy, which only knows manufacturing, using and then throwing away. It means that a product has to be designed from scratch so that it can be used very long and very often, that it's easily to repair, and at the end of its useful life cycle, it can be recycled very easily.
Quite often in these newer industries, it's not really something considered. A lot of companies are just like, okay, let's just figure out how we can get it out on the market, not necessarily thinking about the full life cycle of it. Even things as simple as repair sometimes are not considered. It does take a good amount of work to actually do that properly. A lot of people don't really know all that goes in, and some people look at a bike and they'll just kind of focus on some higher level things. Oh, it has this specification or has this price, or not really understand that there is a deeper story to how that bike is made, the company that's making that bike, the suppliers that are supporting the manufacturing of that bike. So they're creating those products in a way that's congruent with my values, not always necessarily just environmental pieces too. I mean, there's a humanitarian aspect of it as well, which has been a growing topic throughout the world.
When we look at the bike industry, we know huge range of the components come from Asia. One outcome out of the analysis of sustainability was that we identified aluminium as a risk material. The mining countries where aluminium is sourced have often very poor human rights and very poor ecological and social standards, social conditions. And in addition, to produce aluminium, this is a very energy-intensive process. So we said, okay, the frame is such an important part of our bikes. All of our frames are entirely made from aluminium. We have to work on this to get in more sustainability into this part of the bike, to check that this bike is built in a way that working conditions and human rights and our requirements regarding these topics are met. The Culture and the Carrie model, these are our first two models that we developed by circular design from the scratch. The most important improvement is that we work with frames from recycled aluminium for the Culture and for the Carrie. The Culture was our first model that has a frame which is out of 46% of ASI certified recycled aluminium. And that's completely new for us and for the industry.
Are there other elements aside from the frame material that are considered in the design as far as sustainability or circularity?
Yeah, boxes from all of our front loaders are from polypropylene, 100% recyclable. Most of our tires come from Schwalbe, that's a factory, a company from Germany. And Schwalbe has a recycling system. All the tires that they deliver to us, when they receive the end of their life cycle, they'll be recycled and get another life.
Your overall supply chain is something that you guys are diving into. You have a report about this, and you're really getting into these little details as far as the frame, the tires, and some of these different pieces.
Getting more and more transparency into our supply chain is a very important topic to us, because this is the only way to check whether our suppliers met our environmental and social standards. We started a project, I think it was 2020, a partnership with a cloud-based platform called Sustainable. We invited our suppliers to join this platform and store information there about their sustainability strategy, how manufacturing works, about the working conditions at their facilities, where the resources come from, which resources they use. That's a big achievement for us, because now many suppliers joined this platform and use it actively, that we have transparency over about 98% of our whole purchasing volume.
If somebody did want to participate more in this sort of activity, what do you see as some of the steps?
We started by ourselves and did a zero measurement just to look, okay, what is our corporate carbon footprint? How many waste do we produce? We looked, okay, what are the main drivers and what possibilities do we have? For example, when we look at our corporate carbon footprint, the biggest driver is transport emissions from purchasing. It makes a big difference if we buy a product from Asia or if we buy a product from Europe. And we favor, whenever possible, to take suppliers from Europe. If we purchase a frame from Asia, this frame has a journey of 1800 kilometers by sea from Asia to Mühltal. When we get this frame from Portugal, it has a journey from only 2,200 kilometers by land. And that results in a reducement of transport emissions by more than 50%.
That's pretty dramatic. And that's one of the bigger parts of the bicycle as well, right? So personally, visiting here, you get signals pretty quickly that there's something different, that there's something in mind of being more natural, being more like kind of connected and part of the environment. Even surrounding this building, you have these wildflowers and fruit trees. And
we're sitting here at the Häuser am Berg, the houses of the hill, at the hill. How do we say it?
In German, so it's difficult to explain.
The house on the hill, okay.
Which are pretty new. These houses are, I think, a good example for our thinking, because they are built in a very sustainable way. Here we offer sustainable dishes, vegetarian dishes, The ingredients come mostly from farmers in the region and are organic. Sustainability matter in everything for us. Over there and behind this building, you see solar panels on the roof of our plant. These solar panels generate, in average, all over the year, about 43% of our energy. And in addition, we get green certified energy, for example, at night to charge our electric vehicles. During the day, especially in summer times, our solar panels produce more than we can use directly. This energy that we do not use directly, we feed it into the grid, and it can supply up to 150 households. When you are on the front of our building, you see our bicycle parking spaces. We have more than 300 bicycle parking spaces here for our employees, and they are always full. And
do you ride to work?
Yes, I commute to work as well, and I have to admit, when I started at Riese and Müller 2 years ago, I would never have imagined that I will cycle to work every day, 13 kilometers each way. I'm a part of this community, everybody does it, and it makes fun. You're see,
inspired,
okay,
right?
Yes.
Riese Müller is kind of inspiring others in the industry as well to think and do better and to improve. We can only do this if we do this together. The suppliers or even other brands, for them to start thinking about these things, and then we can push this as a really truly sustainable solution. And this is the cafe that we're meeting in here. It's getting more like kind of crowded and noisy in here now, so we're gonna just move to another location just to continue the chat. But so really nice out here.
Yeah.
This is also part of the campus here?
Yes, this is our third house, part of the Häuser am Berg, and this is our sports house. We offer, for example, yoga sessions during the lunchtime here or after work, which is also a part of responsibility regarding our employees, especially for our employees that work in production. There are many people who are doing the same movement for the whole day. We have a logic that they switch their jobs from day to day or from week to week.
Right.
That's a bit different, but...
Are you guys hiring, by the way? I'm sure people are wondering, you know?
Yeah, we're still have some jobs open, yeah.
This sort of stuff is partly what inspired you to work at Riese Müller as well, right?
Yes,
Would you say? Like,
came from the finance world, and this is a completely different world. That was one of the reasons why I applied to Riese Müller. Was I have 2 little children, and I was thinking more and more about, okay, what do I tell my children once? Where do I work? What's the goal? What's the aim? Okay, money is nice, but another thing is I like bicycles. A lot of people that apply to us have a love of bikes and aware of sustainability topics, of a healthy lifestyle.
now you spoke a bit more about the supply chain, and one of the big changes that you guys made was with your frame manufacturing and moving that to Portugal. And
I already explained the challenges of using primary aluminium. And then we found out if you recycle aluminium, this process needs only 5% of the energy that is needed to produce primary aluminium. The frame is such an important big thing in our supply chain. The first challenge was to find partners who would work with us on producing frames from recycled aluminium. We quickly came to the point that we said, okay, we need a partner in Europe. We started speaking with Triangles, that's a supplier from Portugal. And Triangles sources its aluminium from Hydro, that's a Norwegian company group. And together with Triangles and Hydro, we started a project in 2021 to work on frames that are made of ASI certified recycled aluminium. And yes, for sure, this was a very intensive and long process, because for sure we have to ensure that our requirements of quality and stability, safety are met. There is no checklist where we say, okay, done, 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 done. Now we have 2025. Now we're the most sustainable company. That's all.
Yeah.
We will never stop asking ourselves, where can we work more efficient, more sustainable? And we will never stop thinking about more sustainability, not only in our company, but also in the whole industry. We know we can't change the industry by our own. We need partners,
right.
And we only can change the industry when we work together with other partners.
So what would you say to others that are interested to be more sustainable? Where would they start?
I think it's like we did it, just start, make the first steps,
Yeah.
talk to others, let others bring up new ideas, and then you are inspired to do the next step.
Yeah.
Just start.
So I guess that idea of, the first step to solving a problem is to identify the problem. And so to look inside, to see, and don't be afraid of what you might find. At least you can learn from that and improve from that experience. But I really appreciate you taking the time and bearing some of the rain here and everything else. It's really been tremendous to get to know you and to learn more about what you're working on and what inspires you. And thank you so much.
Cool. Thanks for visiting us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
enjoy
All right.
your time here in Germany.
Yeah, thanks so much.